Hey guys, what is happening and welcome to this video. So in this video we are talking about real estate margin calls. What are they? What do they mean for the real estate market? So without further ado guys, let's do this! Alright guys, welcome back. So first of all, please do your part on this channel by hitting that like button. It greatly helps get videos out on the algorithm. Please subscribe to this channel if you enjoy this type of content, and go down below and hit the all notifications bell so you can get notified when we go live on this channel. So on the live stream the other day, we were discussing how real estate prices can go down, and it was an incredibly insightful experience that we had going through that person's blog from 2006. So if you haven't seen that video, please go back and watch it. I'll link it in the pinned comment below. So the thing is, obviously a margin call is essentially when your account fluctuation is so extreme that it wipes out all the money in your account. So you essentially have to deposit money, because if you don't deposit money, then that means that the broker or the bank is taking on risk on your behalf, because now if they close out your position at a loss, it's going to be more than the value of your account or the value of your equity in the case of a home. So the thing is, obviously, if you buy a home and you put 20% down, then that means you've got 20% equity in that home. So 20% is a good base case to use here, because 20% is kind of the norm here in Canada. It's the norm unless you're getting a subprime mortgage, which is below 20%. And those people are just going to be run over with a bus. But the thing is, obviously, these real estate margin calls are going to come when you get the prices drop above 20%. So when prices fall more than 20%, that's when it really comes into effect that you can have these real estate margin calls. So the thing is, the price drop is a big factor. We need a price drop of more than 20%, and then you're going to get these margin calls. Now, interestingly enough, Pheonix, Arizona was an incredibly volatile market, and obviously one of the big bubble markets in 2006, 2007. And the interesting thing about that was, when we looked at the first couple of years of declines, they didn't actually get above 20%. So in a lot of cases, you wouldn't have had that many people getting margin calls. You would have had some from the people who put zero down and less money down, but the reality is you wouldn't have had people scrambling to sell at that point. So the thing is, obviously now prices are declining really quickly in Canada, quicker than they'd started in the US in 2006, 2007. So that's very alarming. And the interesting thing about that is, if you get a price decline more than 20%, you've essentially wiped out a lot of people's equity in their home. And that means that they're then vulnerable to get a margin call. And this is where the bank calls you up, or the lender calls you up and says, hey, you need to deposit X amount so that your account is in good standing, because otherwise they are taking on the risk associated with that depreciating asset. So the thing is, obviously there were a lot of people that bought over 2020 and 2021, and a lot of these people thought that prices could never go down. Now they may be in for a nasty shock here, because the fact is that the real klutz of this video is that you can lose a house even if you're maintaining payments on it, because essentially if your house just falls more than 20%, you could be asked to deposit that margin. You could be subject to that margin call, and it's likely to happen because of liquidity issues in the banking sector. And this is exactly what really changed 2007, 2008, because after 2008, the banks, they didn't want to lend anymore. Lending totally changed after that, and you're going to have the same thing happen here in Canada. And this is the thing that really people don't know or don't accept is going to happen, and that is that lending conditions are going to change significantly to a point that the banks don't want to lend, and they won't lend to anybody with a pulse. There's going to be plenty of people that want to buy into this, and they're going to want to buy these assets that are on sale, but the banks are going to want a significant down payment. Why? Well, if they think that prices are going to go down more than 20%, then that essentially means that they're going to need more margin. They're going to need more than 20%. If they're forecasting that prices are going to decline more than 20% in a year, then they're going to say, hey, you need to cough up 40-50%. And that is exactly what they did in the UK after 2008. All the banks, if you wanted an investment property, you would have to put 50% down. You'd have to know somebody who owned their own home outright that would sign on to your mortgage as a guarantor. And that meant that you just took out pretty much 75% of buyers. So when you do that, demand just completely drops through the floor. And this is what people don't understand about how these bear markets unfold, is that it's not necessarily just a fact that prices go down and then it's as easy as everybody buys into it. No, lending conditions are going to be very different to what they are right now, and that's what people need to prepare for. If you want to buy an asset in this downturn, you're going to need significant cash reserves, and you're going to need your ducks in a row when it comes to these things, and you're going to need to have a shopping list of where you want to go and where you think is in line with your budget when prices fall. And no market is going to be immune to this. People are thinking that if they go to a cheaper market that they're going to get away with this and they're going to be okay, and it's not going to be the case. For example, Calgary home prices falling to the trend line, which is usually, as far as prices correct, they usually then go below the trend and come back. If you look at a 50-year historical price chart of Calgary, you're talking about a 33% decline in the median home price from where it is right now. So Calgary real estate is significantly overvalued. But then if you look at Toronto, you're talking about 55% decline. If you look at Vancouver, you are talking about 53% declines. And these are significant declines. But the thing is, it doesn't matter which market you're in. If you put 20% down, you're going to be wiped out. So the thing is, there's obviously a lot of people that have reached to these cheaper markets, Calgary, Edmonton, Nova Scotia, thinking that they offer some sort of safety net, when obviously that is not the case. A lot of people saying it is different this time. And the fact is, it isn't going to be different. The fact is, everybody is going to get run over by this bust. And the fact is, if you're not in a good cash position when it comes to when these assets come on sale, then it's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, to buy one. So anyway, guys, I hope you got something from this video, from this beautiful spot here in Fish Creek Provincial Park here in Calgary. One of the good spots. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day today. It's absolutely freezing right now. You're probably wondering why I'm wearing gloves. It's actually June 26th, believe it or not, right now, and it is absolutely freezing. We have a temperature gauge that is on the side of our house, and it read 4 degrees when I left the house this morning. It's just so depressing. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy this to help support the channel. Subscribe to the video if you're interested in content like this, and please join us on the live streams, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.